are right on target for another title.
The fruits of Upper St. Clair's labor in 1988 was the WPIAL Quad A title. This year, the Panthers are on course to make it 2 championships in a row, undefeated in 3 games and gaining momentum each week.
This '89 team is a bunch of guys that, number one, believe in themselves and know how to win. And you couple that with the experience that several of them have and the positive attitude, and things have worked pretty good for us.
Offensively, they're averaging 44 points a game. The ground attack of Doug Whaley, who has scored 8 touchdowns, and Peter Beebe, who averages 125 yards rushing, keep the backfield in a progressive motion.
Sometimes we can run power at you, other times we can run finesse, and we combo it up a lot, so we can hurt you in many different ways.
The defense hasn't been scored upon this year in 7 straight games over the last 2 seasons. They don't actively seek the shutouts, but they just keep on coming.
It's a big concern of ours. You know, we try to keep it going.
And it's a team that gets little respect. Even their opponent tonight, Baldwin Whitehall, has gotten more ink just because of their coach. But Rinder says he'll settle for results on the field.
I'm happy when I see the team statistics on top. That's what makes me the happiest.
So while the North Hills, the Woodland Hills, and the Baldwin Whitehall with Janessa at the helm get the media attention, Upper St. Clair quietly goes about its business of getting its opponent's attention with dominance on both sides of the football. At Upper St. Clair, Derek Gunn, Channel 11 News.
Thank you, Derek. In addition to
the bottom line is entertainment, and I'm ready to bring it to you. All right?
Thank you.
Hurricane Hugo may have grounded Chopper 11, but that didn't stop our cracked Skylights crew from hoofing it on the ground to bring you back the highlights. Hurricane or no hurricane, we know our job is to entertain.
This vicious weather may have grounded Chopper 11, but I, John Fedkill, will not be stopped from my appointed mission to bring you the finest in high school football coverage. So come with me. If we can't go in the sky, we'll go on the ground. Come on.
See you later, Fedkill.
Wait a minute. Wait. What? What? Wait a minute. Don't make me walk. Wait. Come back here. Wait a minute.
While I was in Upper St. Clair, where the undefeated and unscored upon Panthers were hosting Donyanessa surprising Baldwin Highlanders, and where the Winds played havoc with our welcome banner. This one started well for USC. Quarterback Mark Gentili goes deep to Mike Quealy. He could go all the way. He does. 7-0. Then the defense took over. Baldwin's Tom Tedder is stacked up for no gain. Then Baldwin QB Brian Gelheiser's pass near the half is intercepted by Kevin O'Ree. Upper St. Clair moves to 4-0 on the year with a win tonight.
Once again, we'd like to thank the bands, the fans, and of course the players. This vicious hurricane didn't stop us tonight. We risked life and limb to bring you the best in Skylights coverage. Was there ever any doubt that even though they had a vicious hurricane, we'd come through? We did it just for you.
Thank you, you idiot. It's only drizzling out here.
Channel America will televise it to a national audience. The game is in our high school spotlight this week, and Albie Oxenrider has the story.
You want 2 huddles or 1 huddle? Upper St. Clair coach Jim Render says it feels like the week before Christmas.
You know, it's 2 days away, and you know something big is going to happen. And you know, you can't hide this. This is a big game.
Tomorrow night's game is the one the Panthers have been waiting for. It's the game they'd like to win most, and winning would keep the Upper St. Clair streak alive. Right now, the Panthers are the hottest team in the Whippeal, winners of 8 straight games dating back to last year's 9th week. In those 8 wins, the Upper St. Clair defense has achieved something unbelievable, incredible, almost unthinkable. While the entire Panther team rides that 8-game winning streak, the Panthers defense rides a streak of 8 straight shutouts.
Well, I'll take the victories, and the shutouts have been a bonus.
8 straight shutouts. 8 as in 4 plus 4. It began late last year. The Panthers finished off the season with shutouts over Butler, Gateway, Mount Lebanon, and Central. This year, the Panthers started the season with 4 more shutouts over Charval, Trinity, Mount Lebanon, and Baldwin. In 8 games, the Panthers have scored 202 points. Their opponents haven't scored at all.
We try to shut a team out, but our ultimate goal is to win the game and to be undefeated this year.
And if you happen to shut them out, then it's a bonus.
Yeah, it's a big bonus.
It'd be a great honor to go through the year undefeated and unscored upon.
For being perfect so far this year, the Upper St. Clair Panthers are in this week's High School Spotlight. Albie Oxenrider, WTAE 4 Sports.
Thank you, Albie. It should surprise no one that the Indians...
North Allegheny moves up to third. Gateway slides to fourth, and Penn Hills is number 5. In AAA, it's still the Falcons of Brownsville, followed by Hugo last week against Ringgold, kept the Indians unbeaten.
Pirates are off tonight, but the Pens...
Sports Channel America has sent a crew to Pittsburgh and will televise it nationally. And while the game itself is like any other Friday night, the atmosphere is certainly different.
The game itself, the kids will, just as any other Friday night, but it's different for the community. You know, we're going to be exposed to a lot of different things. We have the TV people here, we have national media here, and I think that's good for not only North Hills, but high school football in general, to have that type of exposure, to see the type of game that the kids actually play.
Denora native and Hall of Famer...
One against everybody's number 2, including Metro Index Scouting's number 1 and number 2. In Quad A, that would be North Hills number 1 and Upper St. Clair number 2. Gateway is 3, North Allegheny is 4, and Woodland Hills is 5. Joe Butler of Metro Index says in AAA it's Black Bender. This week it's Jeff Bender, quarterback for North Hills. When a quarterback is 6'3", 195, and comes from one of the best high school football programs in the country, you know he's got to be a prospect. And there are lots of Division I programs that would love to have Jeff Bender. Joe Butler of Metro Index Scouting says that Bender is a national prospect. He has a live Division I arm and has a great feel for the game. Jeff also has a feel for saying just the right thing when he's asked about all the success he's been having.
I'm just thankful that I have a line that helps me get as much time as I want. I mean, I've been sacked maybe twice this whole year so far and maybe 5 times last year. And my line just protects me as well as they can.
There should be a few major college coaches checking their cable listings tomorrow night. They and the rest of the country will get a good look at Bender when North Hills...
that he was. Somebody had told me that.
More or less just to prove something. He had some tremendous letters being written by the ex-athletes that he's had.
Yeah. Well, that'd be interesting.
And it was just so positive. He just decided to do it again.
Good. Yes. Okay, very good. Well, Upper St. Clair is kicking off now after kicking the first one out of bounds. Jeff Junko kicks it down and fielded on the 10-yard line. And the returner slips and falls down. It's raining, a steady rain here tonight. Upper St. Clair against Shaler. This is George Morris with Dwight Dorrit. Ray Conaway will be coming in a little bit later. And Panthers are 5-0 after a thrilling win last week at North Hills on national television, the Sports Channel, 27-26 over the North Hills Indians, and have a ranking of 19th in the USA Today. Shaler Titans are winless, so Panthers are going to have to not take them too much for granted here. It might be easy to overlook them. Have a penalty. See what the call is here. Illegal procedure. Shaler's backing up 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15. Ball on the 16-yard line. And it is a steady rain, as it was 2 weeks ago when we had effects of Hugo here for the last home game. Nothing doing on the right side of the Shaler line there, stopped by the Upper St. Clair left side. Panthers did give up 26 points last week, the first point scored on them in 9 games, but quite an impressive show. You watched that on TV, I guess, Dwight, last week, and I was down South Carolina and called back to get the score.
It certainly was an exciting game, especially the changes made at defense by Upper St. Clair to hold...
In the second half, yeah.
They had to hold them scoreless.
Yeah, I got to see the game on tape when we got back. Oh, there goes our umbrella. So, it'll be third down. And 16 to go. Seems to let up a little bit here, Dwight, I think. Panthers have their usual defensive lineup. I don't believe there's any injuries this week. Fake to the running back and incomplete. Almost a nice catch by the number 22 there. Ball was a little bit behind him and he slipped on the turf, but almost came up with it. But it would have been far short of the first down marker. So Shaler will have to punt for the first time here tonight. Just over 2 minutes played in the first quarter. Terry Hammonds is back, number 3, deep, to receive the kick along with Pete Habib and also Jim Quilley. Make that Mike Quilley. Jim's his father. There's a fair catch signal by Mike. Takes it in right on the Shaler 49-yard line. So the Upper St. Clair offense looked so impressive last week against North Hills. Take over here. We have Ryan Wilson at center. The guards are Jay Groniger and Lou Wetzel. Dan Auger and Brad Mauersberg are the tackles. And we have a familiar play. Number 35's number is called. Pete Habib. Picks up about 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Garrett Tata split in. Phil Dunn, one of the many two-way players, is the tight end, number 88. Doug Whaley, Pete Habib, Mike Wheely as a flanker back, and Mark Gentile as a quarterback. And once again, Habib is carrying the ball for a very short game. Both Pete and Doug Whaley had outstanding games last week. Particularly, Whaley had 165 yards, I believe, and 3 touchdowns. Pete had over 100 yards also, and he got the other touchdown. So both have over 500 yards for the season to date. So that's actually a loss of 2. It'd be 3rd and 8. Ball right on the 45-yard line. Jen Kelly takes a snap from center, drops straight back.
Oh, he's open. He's open.
Oh, a little bit over the outstretched hands, Doug Whaley there.
Well, they're going to remember that play. They'll come back with that all evening.
Hung it up there, but just not quite long enough for Doug to run under it. So the Panthers will have to kick it back here. 8:28 remaining in the first quarter, no score. Mike Wheely who just received the last punt, now will kick a nice kick, and it's caught, not a fair catch, and he's going to run, and there's a flag. Man's breaking through for a nice pickup, but it looks like it would be a clip to bring that back. He got out to the 30-yard line. Okay, so we'll try to see over the umbrellas here as the Titans take over on their own 6-yard line after a 15-yard penalty, chop block, illegal block, 1st and 10. Gives it to the motion right up the middle for nothing.
There had to be 4 or 5 tacklers on that.
Yeah, the center of the line is right. We'll give you some of these outstanding defensive players here. Starting lineup. We have at tackles Lou Wetzel, two-way player, Joel Minnick. And we have inside linebackers Andy Welty, Phil Dunn, Jimmy Colonna as the nose guard. And outside linebackers Doug Whaley, Keith Martin. And we'll get you the rest here in a minute. A fumble and the Panthers recover. See who recovered that.
Doug
Whaley recovered it, yes. And just completing the defense, they're not out there long enough to name all of them, but Terry Hammonds is the strong safety, number 3. And Kevin Ory, free safety, number 20. Mike Quealy and Pete Habib round out the starting defensive lineup. The Panthers take over. The ball's on the 7-yard line. First and goal. 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Mark Gentile takes the ball from Wilson. There's a flag, a motion on the Panthers as Habib goes off right tackle. Looks like that will come back 5 yards against the Panthers, though. Is that too many men on the field? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they had 12 men on the field for the defense. See, you can't anticipate these there. I thought it was probably a motion penalty from the way it was called. They had 12 men. I guess they saw the films, right, of the North Hills the second half, and they figured they needed an extra defender there.
Well, they brought in a big man, number 60.
Yeah, they don't give us the weights here, Dwight. You won't be able to give us the biggest man on the Shaler team, at least.
We know who the biggest man is on the field right now.
We do?
Dan Ogre.
Okay, that's right. I forgot. It was 2 weeks ago you told me that.
That's right.
Well, now the ball should be at about the 3.5.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Scoreboard says the 5-yard line. It should be half the distance penalty. First down. Straight T formation. Pitch to Whaley. He's going to go in easily, untouched.
Oh, yes.
Into the end zone. To add to his scoring lead for the leading scorer in South Hills, at least. Maybe in all of Pittsburgh. I'm not sure how many touchdowns he scored, but he has quite a few of them. The offensive line does a marvelous job opening up the hole. So Jeff Junko, number 40, will put on a hold from Terry Hammond, a high snap. Very nice job by Hammond to get that ball down and in time for Jeff to kick it. Straight through. So last week the Panthers won the game 27-26, making 3 extra point conversions, and they went for 2 the 4th time only because they already had the lead by 1 point, and they tried to make it a 3-point lead, and they were unsuccessful in the 2-point conversion. But the key to the game there was making the 3, and whereas North Hills had missed 2 of their 4. So it's 6:22 remaining in the first quarter. The Panthers are on the board here, 7-0.
7-0, and their net gain has been 6 yards so far.
Is that right?
That's right. 2 yards on the first series of plays and 4 on the last series.
That's quite a statistic.
Yeah.
I knew we could count on you, Dwight, to come through with that kind of, that is significant. Or interesting, at least. Junko kicks it down to about the 12-yard line. And backed up there by, see if we can tell you who got that. Jeff Wilson. Okay. We'll go by the spotter in the press box, of course, across the way there, a little higher, and got a better view here of
4-yard line.
Some of this action. Ball's on the 25. First and 10 for the winless Titans. I think it stopped raining here, Dwight. What do you think? That's to delay a game. Too much time. So it'll be 5 yards, it'll be first and 15 for Shaler. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll try it.
It'll be hard to get it out of your pocket there. Maybe we can spread the word and be able to see a little better here. A little breezy, but it has stopped at least for the moment. Raining. So first and 15. Man in motion. Terry Hammonds goes over to pick him up. Quarterback.
Yes! Oh!
Just as he's taken down, and I believe that's Phil Dunn, number 88, who was bringing him down as he threw it. And Doug Whaley was over there and was the nearest man to the pass. So it'll be second and 15. Ball on the 20-yard line. Driving back, rolling out to his right. And again, he's being pursued. Who is that pursuing there? Number...
Kevin Ory.
Kevin Ory?
Oh,
and
Kevin Ory was one of...
Keith Martin, I believe,
Keith Martin
was applying the pressure at
times.
times.
Yes, he was. Kevin Ory was the one that almost intercepted. That leaves Shaler 0 for 3 in the passing. Now the rain's coming down.
Sure enough. I shouldn't have said anything. It started to rain again, and it's third and 15. Titans have to come up to about the 32, 33-yard line to get a first down here. Dropping straight back this time. Throwing it. Oh, good coverage by Terry Hammonds. Good tight coverage. So, we'll see our third punt of the night here. Panthers should get excellent field position. Well, it's picked up.
The first kick for Shaler did travel 32 yards. Of course, we had a fair catch on.
And that's what they want to do, is hang it up there so we won't get a run back. Phil Dunn came through there and he could not get it off and had to run, and he's going to be out of bounds about the 20-yard line there. Phil Dunn was the first one to break through there, and he had no chance of getting it off, so he decided, well, rather than have it blocked and roll back into the end zone, I'll try to get a few yards here. But there was a lot of Panthers. Terry Hammonds, and who else was in pursuit there?
Wish I could answer that, George. With the umbrellas and everything, it's difficult to tell.
Ball's on the 18-yard line, so they take over again inside the 20 for the second time. Mark Gentile will hand off to the first man through there, Doug Whaley, and 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. We have Casey Gillespie, number 19, in there, and Kevin Ory comes off as Coach Render sends in the play with number, I believe that's number 82. That's the starting tight end there, or wide out, Garrett Tata. Pitch was behind, but nice job by Habib of catching that ball. So the offense hasn't Hasn't had to move very far tonight, as you mentioned, but not running real smoothly right now. 3rd and 6. Of course, maybe we've come to expect too much. It's always tough playing a team that hasn't won after you've had a big win. It's hard to get up for the game. There are 2 split outs here to the right side. So we run up off the right tackle with Habib again.
We try to kick it, George?
Looks
or,
like we're going for a field goal here.
Yeah.
Jeff Junko and Terry Hammond's coming to the field.
Will this be one of our first field goals this year? Or?
Yeah, you may have a point there.
I'm not sure.
Eric Lund, 83, was in on that play before. I just checking some of these numbers here. Let's see. I don't think we kicked any against. Gets it off. Good, strong boot right through.
Oh, yes.
Nice leg. Jeff Junko. So that'll make it 10-0 with 3 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Well, we'll try to give you some of the young men in here on a kickoff coverage team. We have Eric Lund, Keith Martin, Junko will be doing the kicking once again. See John Haspel, number 25. Lou Wetzel, one of the regulars, is in there in the kickoff coverage. Broke through there, but is that number 60 or number 50? I think it's Matt Siebel. Kevin McKeever, number 11, is in there now in the defensive backfield. As is Eric Lund, once again, 83. Oh. Panthers jumped there unless somebody moved on the offensive line. And we'll see just what the call is.
Well, with 2:56 left in the first quarter, Upper St. Clair has gained 10 yards. It has 10 points.
How about that? That's efficiency.
And Shaler is, you might see them trying to go to the passing game with, already they're 0-4 in their attempts.
Oh, my, buried. Phil Dunn. That would have been my first guess.
Yes.
And it was number 88, Phil Dunn. That'll make the highlight film. Ball carrier moved backwards a little faster than he was coming forward on that one. Dunn can really stick him. Sean Bryson, number 59, is seeing a good deal of action in there and lined up in the defensive right end. Good coverage by the Panthers. Bring out 3rd and 6. Clock stopped on the incompleted pass. With 2:07 in the first quarter, Panthers up 10-0. Kevin McKeever out on this play as Pete Habib comes back in. Got 2 receivers split out here to the near side. Threw one across the middle, and he will have the first down. So that is the first down, isn't it, Dwight?
It is, that's correct.
Exactly 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Now the clock starts to turn again after they move the chains. Ball on the 47-yard line. Shaler's own 47. Quarterback rolling his right, sets up. Dunn has him, and he has to throw it away. Derek Glenn had good coverage, and he just dumped it away as Dunn was starting to drag him down. In fact, in the pros, that might have been in the grass call. Yep. This is homecoming night, so it's going to be a little wet maybe for homecoming. Second and 10. Once again, straight passing play, floats it down there, and pretty well thrown ball. It's a little bit over the head of the receiver. So it's third and 10. Quealy and Hammonds are over there in the coverage. Jeff Junko is in here on defense now.
The Shalers had 13 offensive plays, and 8 of them have been passes. So they're definitely trying to establish an aerial game. I guess they realize their running game is...
Yeah. Panthers too tough against the run there, they figure. They're not even faking a play action on these. Now that time, they're going to call him down, I believe, and give him the, I think they're going to give him the completion. Said he was down, so it'll be first down. Shaler. I can tell you didn't agree with that call, Dwight. I'm not sure. That might have been a good call. It was, you know, he lost it as he hit the ground. So.
Well, that was what was so exciting about last week's game that was on national TV was the fact they had a technology for replays, etc.
Yeah.
And it was exciting to see the replays.
Okay, the clock's running. Coming down towards a minute left here in the first quarter, and he floats it out there. It's going to be Mike Quealy. He looked like the intended receiver. He played the ball all the way, moved in front of the intended receiver, made the interception, brought it back up over his own 40. So, with a minute and 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Panthers will take over. Already leading 10-0. Big game just a couple miles away from here, Dwight. Ringgold is at Bethel Park tonight. Gentili is off to the deep back. And that is Pete Habib, and he gets about 3 yards. Tata brings the play in, Coach Render. We get Tata and Quealy out to the left. Wilson will snap the ball. Gentili gives it off to the first man, Whaley, and he's stacked up there. They've scouted the Panthers pretty well here. And I think until last week, the consensus was that you had to stop Habib first, and now they've got 2 problems. They got Habib and Whaley to stop, and that's the end of the first quarter. Panthers are ahead 10-0. Give you a chance to total up your...
Well, 10-0 on 13 yards of offense for Upper St. Clair. There were a couple plays where the field conditions may have interfered with the performance. But other than that, just to repeat what Shaler's trying to do is establish an aerial game. They're 2 for 10 with 1 interception that Quealy just made. And Upper St. Clair leads on a touchdown and a field goal.
Sums it up pretty well. This amazing stat is the lack of yardage for the Panthers.
Yes.
That may be a first. I've never heard of a team getting a point per yard in a whole period of play here. Well, we will not say that this is a big play in a game, but it is 3rd and 6. Panthers would like to sustain a drive here.
There's so much pride on this Panther team that you're going to see some things happening here real quick.
Oh, yes. We got Kevin Ory
very quickly
flanked out here to the home side of the field. Mike Quealy starts in motion. Chantilly is going to throw the ball over the middle. He is wide open.
Is that quick enough, George?
That is quick enough. How could you be any more open than that?
Oh, my. They remembered that play.
Chantilly just dropped back and just floated that thing beautifully through the air, and Mike ran under it with the ease that he would, a fly ball in the outfield.
Yes.
That really looked too easy, didn't it, Dwight? It took 10 seconds. So we made 10 points on 10 yards in the first period, and now we made how many yards in 10 seconds here?
55.
55.
55.
Junko's kick is once again true. So it'll be 17-0 Panthers.
Georgia 17-0 Panthers, and they are doing this without any first downs. Yes.
Well, I think technically a touchdown's a first down. You know, I think they give a first down on a touchdown, but that's interesting. So you could say that if they have 2 first downs, they're both on as a result of crossing the goal line, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, it does seem to have definitely stopped, at least for a while. It seems a little bit pretty nice evening right now. See if we can get some more of these. We have it Jeff Wilson, number 42. Whaley's on the near side here on the coverage. We have Jim Colonna, number 86. Pretty good kick.
Oh, off his face mask.
Ricocheted off the face mask. Picked it up and hit immediately on a 15-yard line. There's John Haspel, number 25, Eric Lund, Jim Colonna, Jeff Junko, Jeff Wilson, we mentioned, coming off.
Didn't Doug Whaley recover that fumble down there in the first series?
That's right.
And then he scored, and Quealy's intercepted one tonight, and he's also made a reception.
And he scored.
And he scored.
And he's punted, and he fair caught a punt. How's that?
All right.
A lot of Panthers can do it all here. Ball on the 14-yard line. Oh, good coverage on the run around right in. Harry Hammonds and Phil Dunn. A lot of different players are out here in the field tonight. Kevin McKeever, Jr., number 11 there, is getting a good bit of playing time in the backfield. So 2nd and 14, a loss of 4 yards. So Andy Welty, number 85, starting inside linebacker, and Doug Whaley make the tackle there. Gained about 2 yards back, but is still, let's say, 3rd and 12. From their own 13. Lofts it out there. Well thrown ball, right on the money. Pretty good coverage by Whaley, but he was a step behind him, so it'll be a first down.
Ball for Shaler. They're -1, and in receiving area, they're 22 yards.
Panthers 19th in the USA Today national poll, replacing North Hills, who had been ranked 23rd the week before. First and 10. Phil Dunn in pursuit, but he gets it off, but receiver turned a little too late on that, or he might have had about a 10-yard pickup there. But once again, Dunn hurried him. So can we give him a hurry on that?
Oh.
You don't keep hurries, do you? You get too much to do to keep hurries.
Well, that was definitely a result of Phil Dunn's pressure.
Second and 10. A few folks over there tonight from Shaler made the trip down from the North Hills. Once again, throws it out there, but again, the offensive intended receiver was still running downfield when the ball was in the air. With third and 10, with 9 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Panthers up 17-0. Panthers are 5-0, 4-0 in Quad A section. They won their opening game against Chartiers Valley, a non-league game. Shaler is winless, I believe. Dunn in pursuit again.
Oh, yes!
Hammond picks it off. He can't turn the corner. Yes, he did. All right. I didn't know if he could turn the corner there, but he got around those guys. Carried in for a touchdown. Boy, the defensive backfield really plays the ball well. They've been well schooled by Coach Render and his staff. When that ball was in the air, he broke for it. Caught it on the dead run. Skirted around the right side of the pursuers here.
What, about the 35, George?
I would say, yeah, maybe the 40, even. I'm not sure. Something over there. So, Mr. Hammonds, after making a score and the interception, once again holds the ball for Jeff Junko.
All right.
It's 24-0. And here comes the rains again. My goodness. Well, that's okay. It's not too cold, so it means that we don't have a monitor tonight. Dwight's getting the umbrella up again, and it seems to be a little more serious this time. And it means the people in front of us are going to put their umbrellas up too. Oh man, have a little trouble picking it up. He's got to run it though. It didn't go in the end zone, and brings it out to the 15. Keith Martin, Lou Wetzel on the tackle. Program's getting wet here. Scott Dunham, number 22, it's on there. I don't believe we mentioned his name tonight. And Joe Minnick, one of the starters, is haven't called his name tonight, though, except for the starting lineup. There's the quarterback draw. And speaking of Minnick, he's on the play. And there's a ball, big run in. What happened? What happened on that play? That's Keith Martin, number 34.
Just stripped the ball.
I would say that was definitely, as you describe it, a strip. Just like the Browns against the Steelers a few weeks ago. Good heads-up play by Keith Martin. Keith is a junior. sees a lot of action for the Panthers.
Remember back, George, about 7 minutes ago when it was 10-0, but little offense?
Yeah, I don't remember that far back, but it's now 30-0, and it may very well be 31 here very soon. With the usual accuracy of Jeff Junko on the hold by Terry Hammond. So it's 8.5 minutes remaining in the half, and it's 31-0 Panthers. Unbelievable. We have scored 21 points in, well, 3.5 minutes.
Oh, my.
Right? Yeah. The quarter score was 10-0. Yeah, well, how about 3 minutes and 28 seconds?
No one, someone might go back and try and replay this tape.
Well, but you know, the quarter started, so it was 10-0. So now it's 8:32 left in the half. Well, finally brought down about the 29-yard line. Joe Ferris is a junior, number 28. Catch his number on the field there. I didn't catch the tackle while I was looking at the... They made the tackle? Or you just...
No.
Okay.
New players on the field.
Yeah, no, that's right. J.B. Press.
Kevin McKeever.
Senior. Kevin's been out there a couple of times before, or several times. Number 25, John Haspel, a junior. Called his name before. He's in on this play here. Defense, as Doug Willie comes on. 2nd and 7. Not much there, about a yard or two. Bill Dunn on the tackle. We've got Pat Conley, number 81, coming in on this play, and Joe Ferris, also number 28, as Quealy and Ori come off. 3rd and 6. 7 minutes remaining in the half. Well, it'll be a good game to get a lot of Panthers some game experience here. A little bit over the outstretched arm of the receiver. Haskell on the coverage. So on 4th down, we have Ori and Quealy and Whaley back in. McKeever back, and Terry Hammond's into his usual spot to be the deep man. This time we also have Pat Conley replacing Mike Quealy if Mike hustles to get off the field in time. And McKeever is the other one back there. So we have 2 new men back there. Terry Hammonds calls for the fair catch. Conservative play here in the rain, and with a big lead, so the Panthers will take over their own
5-yard kick.
On their 32.
Well, we had Terry Hammond for an interception. We had Keith Martin strip the ball for another touchdown. Touchdowns by Hammond and Martin.
Yeah, Terry Hammond's not only intercepted, but he ran it all the way in there.
32-yard line.
1st and 10. Chili gives it off to the first man through, who would be Doug Whaley, short man. But they've been stopping that play pretty well tonight. That's one play they well aware of that play. But the score is 31-0 Panthers. As Pata brings the play in from the sidelines, or he comes out on this down.
ready to have Doug or Pete break one here. I'm ready.
That's one thing we haven't seen tonight.
No, we haven't.
And no, Pete can't. He's got one man in pursuit there, and he tried to cut and fell down, but well-defended play, so it will be 3rd and 8, loses a yard or 2 in that play. Gentili from Wilson, drops straight back, fakes it. Now he's going to put it in the air, and nice catch. Good pass and a beautiful catch. That's Eric Lund. Just a little bit out in front of him that Eric had to dive for the ball, because if he could have caught that on the run, he would have gone in for the touchdown, for the 6th.
19-yard reception.
But really a nice play and a nice catch on a rainy night here by the junior, Eric Lund, who's had 3 brothers play here. Conley in motion. Gives off to the second man, but he's smothered as he slips. Habib slips and loses a yard. It'll be tough to get the yard tonight, so I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, I know they'd like to get their average, get up over 100 yards there for Pete and Doug, but it's going to be difficult tonight. So let's say he lost the yard, it'll be 2nd and 11. Ball on the Shaler 42-yard line. Gentili is floating it down there, and it's going to be... What a catch by Orange! Well, he tried to dive in. Couldn't dive in, but he did a heck of a job. Took that ball right in the back of the defender, who never saw the ball. And he knew he was not going to be able to stay on his feet. And so he dove as far as he could, just like he was going for a ball in the hole there at shortstop. But he comes up a little bit short on the 2-yard line. Too bad he couldn't have gotten into the end zone on that play. So, 1st and goal from the 2 with under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Gentili's going to give it, no, yeah, he gives it to Habib, and Pete is in. 2-yard run there, and that'll make it 37-0.
Unofficially, George. Pete's carried the ball 7 times for 7 yards.
Yeah.
Well,
they've been stacked up, and he's lost yards a couple times with good defense and the
footing out there.
Yeah.
Not conducive to quick cuts.
Okay, we've got a new kicker here this time, don't we? This is Matt Seibel. Oh, it's no good. Number 90 gets his chance to kick one, and sailed wide.
That was a 46-yard pass on that play, George. And so far, Mike is 3 for 4 tonight in the passing arena for unofficially 120 yards passing.
He really throws that ball well. The junior quarterback, Mark Gentili.
They ran underneath. Oh, God.
So Seibel kicks off here, and boy, again, Titans are having trouble handling that ball. He's going to go all the way. Keith Martin can get him. Yeah! Keith Martin ran down.
Diving tackle.
What a not exactly a game-saving tackle, but a great effort by Keith Martin.
What do you think, Sam, about the
to keep him off the scoreboard, at least up to this point. Just ran him down. That's the only way to describe it. 3 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the first half here. I know the Panthers would like to keep their shutout, although of course their string was ended by North Hills, but they'd like to start a new one, and the ball's on the 10-yard line, so the Titans will have to go 10 yards to get it into the end zone.
Well, we'll see if they try 3 passes or just what they're going to do.
Well, time's not really a factor with 3 minutes and 22
no,
seconds.
But their ground game's not too much either. They're going to try.
Hands it off, and he got up maybe, what, a yard or so there, and stacked up on the right side of the defensive line. Bill Dunn and Kevin McKeever, John Haspel, all in on that stop. Give him 2. 2nd and goal from the 8.
Timeout.
Who called it? Upper St. Clair, I guess, called that timeout.
That's the first one.
Yeah, Panthers called that timeout, so 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the first half. Upper St. Clair band is already stationed behind the goal post, the north end of the field. Gained 2 yards in the first running play. Then they had a man go across the line of scrimmage, so they backed them up, so it's 2nd and 13. Well, that's coming a damn homecoming. Of course, it's not quite the same as it used to be when you had the cars and the homecoming displays on the track. They can't do that now with the new track. So they are going to kick it after all, it looks like, and else it's a fake. And he kicks it right through. So it's 37-7. Somebody behind says, quite a game now that you might stay. So next week, the Panthers go back on the road for, I believe, the next 2 weeks. Let's see if I can find the schedule here. Bethel Park and, is that right? I think Bethel Park and Ringgold, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Bethel Park away. That's actually, that's on the 14th, a Saturday at 1:30 in the afternoon. And then on the 20th, a Friday night at Ringgold, 7:30 game. Then home against North Allegheny, Friday the 27th at 8 o'clock. The final regular season game is at home also against Butler, November 3rd, 8 o'clock. So they do have Habib and Whaley deep. It will be taken by Doug Whaley. Coming around the outside here, but nowhere to go. Saw on the paper where Doug Whaley is interested in going to one of the service academies, and his father was a West Point graduate. Certainly academically, he's qualified. A 3.5 grade average. A bit of talent this team is going to be going on to college and playing some ball, I'm sure. Minute 16, first half. Kevin Orey split out on the near side. And who's that on the other side? Conley? Yes, it's Pat Conley in a... So we do have the clock running here with 40 seconds to go, and we have Dan Lawler, number 10, senior quarterback, is quarterbacking the Panthers. pickup of 4 yards on that last play. Dan hands off to the first man through. That's Keith Martin, number 34, and that will, I think that'll do it for the first half. Clock is turning at 10 seconds. They're going to try to hurry and get one off here. It's 3rd and 2. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, going to be close. They got it off. So Dan is sacked, though. Back on the 30-yard line. So the first half comes to a conclusion here at score 37-7 Panthers. Okay, we'll see you after the halftime ceremonies here.
On the first touchdown, 4 yards. Covered a fumble, scored.
Okay. All right, we're back on here at the beginning of the second half. Ray Conaway has joined us, and it is still raining, and we've got one umbrella for 3 of us and 2 mics for 3 of us. So, Dwight, no, you do this here. You just speak into the mic. No, you're the stat man. And
there's not too much to report on stats. Quickly, we have 13 yards unofficially rushing. We have 120 yards in the aerial game. We lead 37-0. Let's remember the fumble recovered by Doug Whaley. And then on the next series of play, he scored on a 4-yard touchdown. Then we have 55 yards pass completion to Mike Cleary for a touchdown. And in between that, we had a field goal for 25 yards. Hammond intercepted for 20.
Probably closer to 40.
Yeah, 45 yards interception.
And Keith Martin tripped the ball.
And went in.
Carried it in for a touchdown.
And Kevin Oy.
Kickoff here, taken with a deep back. Who is that? Habib? Yeah, that's Pete Habib.
Kevin Oy catching the ball and goes about the 6-yard line. 46-yard reception. Then Pete Habib carried it over for another touchdown. And then we had
Junko's field goal. And I see we have Dan Lawler going to start here in the second half at quarterback. He ended the last series. Panthers had the ball, and so he's going to start here. We'll see a lot of Panthers in here, Ray, since got the big lead.
Should be a good chance to get a lot of new faces for playing time.
The pitch to deep man, Habib, try to get some. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't even see the numbers. That's 25. That's Haskell. So already we have quite a few. As we did throughout the first half, we had a number of players coming in and out. And of course, Shaler had scored right before the half on a long run, and then on a long kickoff run, right? And then the fourth down, they had a pass interference call that gave them a first down on inside the 10. So the ball's in 32 here. Oh, nice play to Phil Dunn, the tight end. Hard man to bring down. That was nice to see Dan Lawler complete his, maybe his first attempt. Last play of the first half, he dropped back to pass and was sacked. Dunn is a hard man to bring down.
Well, he was wide open. He had a step or two behind the entire defense. Dan laid it right out there for him.
Almost quit, but we've said that before tonight, and then it starts again. So the ball's in the 36. Conley in motion on the far side. That's Haskell. Not much going on there.
One of the Shaler players injured on the play. One of the Panthers starting linemen, Dan Nogard, named homecoming, the homecoming court in the halftime.
Oh, that's right. And of course, we had that on tape there, but Glenn Ward, I believe, was down the field, and so he had a stand-in. Bob Friday, I believe, was the stand-in for him. And we have an injured player here, as Ray pointed out. So the players are coming off the field since they think it's going to be a little bit of a time here. So, Ray, you saw the game last week. We talked a little about it, but Dwight saw it on TV, and of course I was down in South Carolina, so we saw the tape of it when we got back. But it must have been quite exciting being there, even though I understand some of our fans were in the North Hill section side of the field.
There were a few St. Clair fans on the North Hill side who
take tickets wherever we could get them, huh?
Who took the defeat in pretty good spirit, considering the history of that field. And I think there were a number of comments from some of the fans over there that St. Clair just had an extremely powerful team. Everyone said the first half the North Hills played flawlessly and just executed everything. And it looked as though Panthers might never been able to stop their passing game, but North Hills couldn't handle Habib and Whaley and the rest of the Panthers. Tremendous comeback.
But they had to be pretty happy in that first half, though. So, well, now the players up here and going off the field. But that was quite a turnaround.
Well, the Panthers made a very important touchdown on a long drive to end the first half, and he received the opening kickoff in the second half, what might have been the key possession of the game, and took the ball down the field again on a long drive and scored to get within striking distance. And at that point, the Panthers defense really throttled North Hills.
Yeah, I called at 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning from down at Clemson to find out the score. Post-Gazette, I had to call and get the number, and actually the operator told me the score, so I didn't even have to call the Post-Gazette. So, 2nd and 10, 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Dan Lawler operating the offense, pitch to Haskell. Picks up about 5 yards. John Haskell is a junior. Eric Lund is bringing a play in. Another junior here. Placing Tata on the play. 3rd and 5 from the 31-yard line. Going to be a keeper here by Lawler. He's going to go in all the way. Yes. All right. And Lawler getting a chance to get some playing time here and operated on the option very well. Cut in and went 31 yards for the touchdown. 43-7. Jeff Junko, once again, type.